Call to order this meeting of Oconee County Planning Commission, 6 PM, Monday, December the 16th, 2019. Our first order of business is invocation. Ms. Stacy, if you would, please.
Dear Lord, we come to you today just thanking you for this day, Lord. Thanking you for the good weather we've had, and we just ask, Lord, that you be with us through this meeting tonight. Just let us conduct it in a way that would be pleasing to you, in a way that would be watching out for our fellow citizens, and that would be kind to one another. All this we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Mr. Mike, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, public comment for non-agenda items. Mr. Barnett?
As always, I'm Jerry Barnett. I think I've mentioned to you before, my people came here before there was an Oconee County. My granddaddy was the first ag extension agent in Oconee County. Taught veterans agriculture for years. So I live, eat, and breathe ag and the rural community, and life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I overheard a little bit of conversation a while ago, and it always comes up this time of year at Christmas, season of giving. Too many people in this county struggle. They're in the silent majority. Believe me, it is a silent majority. I'm in touch with these people on a daily basis, and it concerns me that our government has so little regard for the rights of these people. One individual from a certain geographic location ran for county council about 10 years ago, a little over 10, and he made this statement. The number one reason for zoning is to protect the most fortunate from the least fortunate. That happened. He made that statement more than once. It was published in their newspaper. That he ran on that statement. And he had a little gentleman, one of his running partners from Seneca, the same platform. So that is what launched what we have, the mess we have today, with these comp plans and this little handful of individuals that think they can use our county government, the government of the people, for the people, by the people, to rob us of our birthright. Some in the past, and now on this commission, I realize y'all are not elected. If you were, it would be interesting to see how many of you were left here, if we could vote for you or vote you out. But either way, we are where we are. It is what it is. And the ones of you that use this public platform for your personal agenda, shame on you. For those that realize their obligation to the people, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barnett. Any planning commissioner's response? Okay, if not, you have the minutes before you for this 12/2/2019 meeting.
I had one grammatical, just a concern on the number 4. Mr. Barnett explained that Upstate Forever is a scam that is mostly political. He's a big fan of conservation easements, just not forever. it should be capitalized because it's referring to a specific organization instead of a time.
A motion to approve with correction.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion, corrections? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. I'm gonna let Mr. Tom Markovich come up and speak on the comprehensive plan.
Good evening. For the record, I am Tom Markovich. I speak entirely for myself and nobody else. I hate that the last time I was here, I got here a little late and wasn't able to say what I need to say tonight. But my head's on a little bit better, and maybe that's good because I was loaded for bear 2 weeks ago. This document is not ready to send to council yet. There is still, I have noticed where you've gone back and corrected a few errors. There are still many more, and they really ought to be fixed. It's not really, it's probably going to take you a few more meetings. It is an enormous document. It is not easy to get through this thing, and that's why there are still errors in it. It is overwhelming. So all I'm saying is this, there are things here that need to be fixed. I don't know if you do it by committee or how you want to try and do it, but it ought to be fixed before it goes to council. Thank you.
All right. Before I read the resolution that you have before you, I'm going to open up the floor to anyone that has anything to say about the comp plan or anything else before we look at the resolution.
Why are you looking at me?
Well, you know.
I don't know how you can produce a document of this size of factual information and not have some kind of omissions or errors in it. This is not a novel. This is not a fictional novel. Where you get your information from, person A gets and person B gets may differ. Which information is more accurate? You hope you're putting in the most accurate information. The other part I want to comment on is we've got an overabundance of strategies, but is what is in the text of the elements going to change how the county council is going to address the strategies? I kind of have a feeling that's not going to happen. The real focal point to me is what the citizens said. And that's the direction that they want the county to go in. And I think we have that addressed, that we have their trends and that data captured, and we know what has been said and what has been sent to us through the newspaper is the direction that they want the county to go in. In other words, we've captured that. Whether or not building such and such is on the historical list or not, I don't think it's going to change how the county moves forward working with this document. Those are just my thoughts.
Ms. Stacy? Swin?
I would just commend Mr. Smith on his comments. I feel the same way. I don't think anybody, except perhaps Mr. Markovich, I've lived here 30-something years, almost 40 years, and I learned a tremendous amount from reading the document and certainly could not fact-check it as I read it. So if there are significant factual differences, it would have been great if we'd have been handed a list of those at some point along the way prior to this point in the document. But I would also, say that I don't think that that's what we're looking for in this. I think that is food for thought in reading about and learning about the county, but the strategies and things that we are seeking to move forward with is what's the most important thing in the plan. So I think we've done a good job of reaching out through the paper and the surveys and the things that we used to get the information from the citizens. That's been significant, and I think we've done the best that has been done in a long time of putting citizen input into the comprehensive plan.
Mr. Alex?
Yeah, I think we started out with the idea that we were going to make this shorter and smaller, and there's a lot of information in that plan. And I think you could probably even make it longer. I think there's more stuff that you could add to it, but I think overall we've got the strategies laid out, and we've got the input from the people of the county. So I don't know what else we could do to it at this point.
Mike?
I think the biggest thing that I had interested in going in from the beginning was to make sure that we got citizen input. To me, that was the most important element moving forward is turning the voices of our citizens into something in print, in black and white, that our county council can look to as they start making decisions over the next 10 years. I think we got that part, that input, correct in at least basic language of where does the county want to see us going in 10 years. We may have, at least I hope we got that part correct.
Well, the only thing I'd like to say is I'd like to commend the staff for the hard work that they did of putting this thing together 3 different times. It's not an easy accomplishment. Ms. Vivian, you did a great job. I'd like to commend this commission. Y'all have done a tremendous job with what y'all have done with this comp plan, with all the meetings that you went to, that you attended. I'd like to commend the citizens of this county for what their input, what they've done. With that said, and please be with me, I'm going to read this resolution. If I make any mistakes, somebody kick me. No, really? Okay. We'll start at the top. The State of South Carolina, County of Oconee, Resolution 2019-01 of Oconee County Planning Commission. A resolution recommending that the Oconee County Council enact an ordinance adopting the 2020 Comprehensive Plan consistent with the requirements of the South Carolina Local Government Comprehensive Planning Enabling Act of 1994. Whereas Oconee County adopted and amended and updated the comprehensive plan by ordinance 2018-16, and whereas consistent with the requirements of Title VI, Chapter 29 of the South Carolina Code of Laws, the Oconee County Planning Commission is required to review the plan and fully update it at least every 10 years. Whereas the commission has completed an update of the plan, including all goals, objectives, maps, elements, population, national resources, cultural resources, community facilities, housing, economic development, and land use, transportation, priority investments, and a new one this year is agricultural. And whereas the commission recognizes that both it and the Oconee County Council will consider and be guided by the 2020 Comprehensive Plan as they carry out, among other things, planning for the physical, social, and economic growth and the development and redevelopment of Oconee County. Now, be it resolved that the Oconee County Planning Commission does hereby recommend the 2020 Comprehensive Plan to Oconee County Council for adoption. resolved in meeting duly assembled this 16th day of December 2019. Do I hear a motion?
I'd make a motion to adopt this resolution.
I'll second that one.
We have a motion and a second. Do I have any discussion?
So discussion-wise, I would like to ask Mr. Markovich or any citizen if there are specific elements that the Planning Commission needs to take a second look at, that they would address that at council, with council. And I think that we would welcome the opportunity to, from council, direction to say, hey, this needs to, this section or this element needs to be reviewed.
Specific page numbers and. you know,
Anything where there's, anything that
Gross error.
would have negligence in moving forward with.
Decision-making. Let me add that the executive summary has got each element addressed, and those elements have got a summation of the strategies, and those are trend and data-based. They are not just randomly selected. So things are put right there in black and white, depending on the trends of the information that we gathered, rather than just a random of 200 and some odd strategies. So it's captured right there in that executive summary. And when I make that presentation before the county council, I'll be sure to drive that point home. What they're seeing is what the citizens want them to go forward with.
Any further discussion? All those in favor of Resolution 2019-01, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, now, we have any unfinished business? Any new business?
Yeah, I got something. I just wanted to say, here we are in this holiday season and everything, and thank everybody for doing what we do up here for the good citizens and looking forward and planning. And I hope that next year is equally as encouraging as what we've done this year. I want to thank Adam and his staff, Vivian, for the work that they've done. You folks don't know or the public can't appreciate the amount of effort that they put into this. The meetings that Adam has had and the focus meetings, I just hope next year that everybody can continue forward. And of course, Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope next year everybody enjoys good health and prosperity and safety for their families.
Anyone else? Well, I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas as well, and very Happy New Year. Mr. Adam?
So the first meeting next year will adopt a calendar. As that, is there any thought that you all may like to have morning meetings? I know it may be difficult, but since a lot of you are self-employed, would having morning meetings versus us coming in at 6 at night, having like a 9 a.m. meeting be feasible at all for anyone? No?
9 would kill me. 4:30 would be good.
4:30 a.m. meeting?
4:30.
Farmers are in prime. We're working at 9 o'clock.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're
Okay, well, if it's ever not, if it ever feels like we need, like, if it gets to that point where time of year or whatever, that morning meetings could happen, we are certainly not, we can always change it from 6 p.m.
Well, I don't think we have a lot of public participation at 6, but I think we'll have even less at 9 o'clock in the morning. I mean, people are at work.
About at 4:30 in the morning, like she suggested.
Plus all the sleep is good.
I'm up at 4:30, so.
Okay, if there's nothing else, I need a motion to adjourn.
This is the world's shortest. Is this a record?
So move.
Maybe.
It might be.
Second.
I'll second.
I thought we had a 16-minute one back.
Yeah, I think we've had one more.
I think we had a
Like
16-minute
a couple
one
of
one night.
meetings ago
Yeah.
that was really short.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We won't argue with
See you next
21
year.
minutes.
Thank
for
y'all
sure.
again.
I will send you that stuff, check your email.
Let's
Okay.
take